All right. We have two amazing games behind us. Very draining, very fascinating. It must be very exhausting
Oh
playing
yeah,
those games.
yeah, 7 rounds and then semifinals. Oh my God!
Like
And
this
then with the
is
with the control deck on top of that.
yeah, this is basically ninth hour or something, at
I think
least.
I think I played. I think it was 13 hours of Magic then, or 12 hours. I'm not sure. I mean, you have like small breaks and stuff.
Sounds amazing.
That's amazing.
So you can start this game because Dalibor won the second game, putting it at 1-1 each. We have still your mono blue control deck against the Reanimator, which doesn't look to be reanimating a lot with this hand.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, he didn't really make that much at all in the games. He had both of the weeks most of the time. So,
Oh, he could go for the famous discard Titan
oh my
reanimate
God,
play.
Toffel, you're such a god. He's going to do that. So I'm spoiling that, which I quite like. I like.
But we know it's not happening, is it? Like,
Well,
as
let's
soon as he goes to
say.
discard, like,
I mean,
if you play, like, I admire your power, but if you play such fast cards, that doesn't seem like a profitable play. Let's see. Okay, we see Serum Visions goes for Thirst and Treasure Cruise.
so let's talk about my hand, my starting hand.
Your hand is amazing, isn't it?
I really like the hand, but
Yeah.
of course I have one problem, and that's mana. But if I get mana, and by the way, he goes for the discard, and I'm like, yeah, I'm fine with that. I have a counterspell for your Reanimator. I don't see any problem with that.
Oh, please. I would say please don't draw Jace, but he doesn't have a Water Grave or a Underground Sea. That's good.
By the way, can we talk about his keep anyway? Like he keeps 5 lands, Reanimate, and the Titan.
Yeah, I don't think that's working out. Like your interaction on 2 is so intense. Like, so I don't know, you have at least 80% on casting something that interacts with this, right?
Yeah. The thing is, what is that telling me? Like I know from now on he has a Reanimator spell for not more than 2 mana, I guess. I'm pretty sure like 80% that he has a Reanimate. Like
You have to. It has to be 1, right? Like
because I don't think he would take that risk and that tempo loss if he doesn't have it. So I'm 100%. Or I said 80%. So let's say I'm pretty sure he has that Reanimate. So I can never step out from now on.
Yeah, and also I guess you could assume that his hand is not dead. Like this is not the only thing he can do.
Yeah.
We know that this is basically the only thing he did.
By the way, why does he play a black card, like a black land, if he doesn't plan to do it? Like, why won't you play the blue lands for the mana?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Seems so. So I'm in a really awkward position, by the way. I didn't draw a 4th land so far, so I can not play my Search Force counter, which I need to find more lands. And I'm, yeah.
So there's a treasure map.
Yeah, this treasure map. So I told you how it's the best card in my deck, right? So, and all the time we see it, it's more like a trap card for me. So,
but yeah, you got the matchups, at least this matchup where you cannot use it.
Yeah.
Like it's very potent against the control matchups and the mid-range matchups, and even later as soon as you get it on the board.
So now we are really in a bad spot. I'm in a really bad spot. I didn't land, and now he got an unmask, and he was telling me that he put the card right before the tournament started in the deck. Like it was a new addition to his deck, and we see now why it was such a good addition.
Yeah, it lets him play Reanimate, Mana Drain at the same turn, as well as taking the best card.
Yeah, and on top of that, I mean, I have 3 counterspells in my hand. One I can cast, but you can just take 1 counterspell and still pay for the other. So I feel really bad about this. Like,
I have a bad feeling about this.
Let's assume I would have found my fourth land. I would have played my Search Force counter for sure. Like, I'm pretty sure I would do that because I have a Delve spell, I need to find more lands and so on.
Yes.
Then he would do the same thing. He would get rid of my Condescend and play the Reanimate anyway. So it wouldn't have changed much, and I wouldn't be that sad about it. But at this point, I'm really sad because I know I'm still 2 lands away from my bribery, which helps me a lot in this matchup. And also, I need 1 more land to handle maybe the creature he's putting in with the critical land. So a good starting hand developed into a really awkward hand at this point.
Did somebody order a violin? Yes.
I mean, come on. His keep was, if anything, questionable, and it plays really well out for him. So
well, like from
it's
this
okay.
point
It's okay.
on,
I'm not salty. I'm not salty. It's okay. It's fine.
What is that allowed?
I think he asked the judges and said he doesn't do anything else with the phone
for later because he wants to know what to take.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
but it's fine.
It's fine. Yeah, I mean, he basically only drew like 2.5 perfect cards, right?
Yeah, the counterspell and the discard spell. Yeah.
And the black card for the unmasked.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're right.
So it doesn't seem that lucky.
And by the way, again, the best creatures you can get here.
Well, also, yeah, but that depends on like his plan. Like the starting hand plan was deriving from getting the Titan into play. So you're playing now Condescend because you have to find the lands.
And the lands, and also if I find a land, I need him to tap out. Like I know I have to. I probably will play the Cryptic Command,
which is decent. Like he gets 2 lands. That also means he can play the Titan again, right?
Well, no. That's the thing. I'm pretty sure he will get for the Milled Large. I go for the Milled Large again.
Oh.
And if he does, though, I have a really good top deck now, which is back to base. So that's why I'm. Yeah.
Yeah, but what you don't know is that he drew the Dark Depths.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, and back to basics would be insane. Like if you get back to basics.
But that's still my line of thinking. Like I think I have to get him tapped out for several reasons. 1, I need to resolve my Cryptic Command if I draw a 4th land, and 2, I have some top decks now.
Yeah, I really like the Condescend. You're looking for something, and
I mean, the amount of Condescend I played when my paper is really, really high actually. And of course, I have to tell the story that I once played a Condescend for 0 against an opponent, and he didn't pay for it because he didn't realize he can just pay 0. I was just doing it for the scrying, and this way counter and scry.
You can always choose not to pay. Like
that's what he did. So.
Such horrendous prices. Sometimes you have to make a stand, you know.
But I think at this point of view, he still goes for the Dark Depths combo. Right? Like you get the Thespian stage and something.
Yeah, but like if you have Dark Depths in hand, going for Thespian stage is much easier.
Sure.
He also decides to go for the Bazaar of Baghdad, which also doesn't make any mana. So you have the chance to bounce it.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do here. If you would be in his position and you wouldn't have the Dark Depths on your hand, would you go for 2 mana sources instead?
I think so. Like
because getting the combo on the table on top of the Titan is such high amount of pressure.
Like the Thespian stage just makes mana, so you can get this for free.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how important it is to cast the Titan again. Maybe it's just too irrelevant that your deck can just do much better with the Bazaar, which seems very reasonable. Like I'm not confident enough with the deck to say like I need to get the land. And the more I think about it, probably the Bazaar is just better because like if what happens if you have a Titan? Not much, but your deck gets much better with the Bazaar. See what happens.
Now I'm in a really awkward spot, right? I want to resolve the bribery as soon as possible because I don't have anything going in my hand. I can't play at the Dick time for nearly tapping out. But he has the Thespian stage combo, so I can't just tap out because I'm dead.
The awkward thing with getting Bazaars also that you cannot mana drain.
You can. What, he has to do mana?
Yeah, but you cannot activate the Thespian stage and mana drain.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good tap.
And look at your hand. Your opponent knows you have the Surtrust counter, treasure map, the bribery, and the Dick time, right? Isn't that true? He knows all the cards.
Yeah, he knows them.
So he knows that you're dead if he casts Mana Drain.
Yeah.
But right now he doesn't do it. Like he cannot do it.
Yeah, that's true. And by the way, I go for the bribery here because I don't have anything else to do. Sure, I could go, and then he makes maybe the token, and then I go respawn stick to time and hope for some bounce, but that's way too
It
slow.
needs to be a 1 mana bounce, right?
They don't have any more names to appear. So
your deck is tap out blue for a reason now. Like,
yeah, and
you have to tap out once.
I wasn't even sure if I find a creature which helps me against a large token, to be honest. Like I think I can only stall against him. Like I'm looking at his deck list.
Like Grizzurand might be just annoying because he can block and gain life and draw.
That's fair, yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at. I mean, he doesn't have a creature which can handle the token, but he can block like with the blend. That's probably the best thing you can do.
Ooh, Jinga Texas. So now it's just.
Now it's just
embarrassment of riches, right?
Yeah, because he has 5 mana from the Bioware, and he got already the. I mean, he can decide between. Can he play? Can he
cast Jinga Texas? Because it is 10.
No. Can he play the Titan plus the Jinga Texas with the discard?
Sure.
That's 6 plus 2. 8.
Oh no, he can't because he doesn't have.
The green and black,
yeah, but he can play black. No, that works.
Yeah, he could do that.
Yeah, so if he just plays the overground tone, that works.
Or maybe he just gets Obok now.
Yeah, that works also, sure.
Yeah.
He should be, with Bazaar and Thespian Stage, you should get the Obok.
What's actually funny is if I draw another island, I can just control the primary time with Shackles. One of the few payoff cards in mono blue controls, of course, Shackles. Which not many decks can play.
But if you do it, you're dead to the stage.
Yeah.
I wonder if stage at this point is more like a threatening thing and he just does everything else. Like, it feels a bit playing around, like what you would do, you know, like get this and that and somehow value and but nobody needs attacking.
Well, I'm pretty sure he likes to attack with this time.
Also he can actually play the volcanic because the Oberg gives him access to black mana.
Yeah.
So he still is able to play something that costs red or blue, giving the draws. It's an Orchard and an Elishnorn, which doesn't do much except for just putting stuff in the graveyard. Look at this card.
Yeah, great cards you have.
Yeah. And then you see Dance of the Dead, Off with Your Head.
Yeah, that's fun.
It gets a counter. Does it get a counter?
No, I think it's just +1/+1.
That might be.
Which is very awkward. I would like to control magic that. Yeah, now he draws that. I mean, at this point, I think I already conceded.
Yeah.
In my mind.
In your head.
Yeah, in my head. I'm not sure why I'm not just giving him a handshake.
Let me draw, and it is that would be so good.
Yeah,
no,
actually, it would have been very great. I mean, yeah. The problem is that the Jinga Texas is there. Otherwise, I could bounce the large token, and then I just only need to handle the Titan. But of course, he already has.
And the drawing 7 each turn.
Yeah. I mean without that. Imagine he wouldn't have to own the Jinga Texas.
Yeah, exactly.
Then it would have been still a game, but at this point, it's not anymore. But can you imagine? Can you imagine if I would have to own a Caracas? It would be actually a really interesting game because then I can bounce a token or Jinga Texas. Yeah, I can bounce both of them. Play the Shackles next turn. Maybe control the Titan. Not sure if I will win, but if you look at this hand, right? His hand isn't that great. So.
No, but he just so much stuff with his mana and his cards. Like there would be a chance that's higher than it is right now. That's actually higher than 0, but at this point, there's just so many angles going on. You have to discard. Like you have to play the Cyclonic Rift now, but you can't. He can just let you discard. Like the good part is, and good is in very quotes because there's nothing good about this. He cannot make the token after you discard it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm hoping for. That he's making the token before I need to discard. That's what I'm asking. If the discard is like if it's a discard or it's like just reducing my hand size to 0, which is
yeah, exactly. Like since it doesn't say at the end of your turn draw 7, but it doesn't say at the end of your opponent's turn.
Yeah, exactly.
They discard their hand. You just have no hand size, which actually like if you have the land that gives you infinite hand size, do you have infinite or 0?
I think that's a timestamp issue, right?
Maybe. We could need a judge.
Okay. No. I think if you have a specific value that overrides something like that, right?
Yeah, if there's something that says no, it's no, but it doesn't specifically say no.
Not specific value. Like if you say your power is now 0, and then something says
your power is
the power is equal to the lands you control or something like that. I think.
Yeah, this is a timestamp.
Okay, so he doesn't go for the end of turn token thing, and I'm just not sure why I'm not conceding now.
Well, and you get no. You actually like how good it feels to let your opponent play their deck, and then and it's like you don't want them to concede if you're ultimating Ugin.
Yeah, that's true.
So you're just like, okay, well done, do your stuff.
You already got his fun out of this.
Yeah, well played.
Very nice games. Okay.
Okay, so we see Dalibor advancing, right? And we have a finals coming up in the next video, so stay here.